Hi, this is Dr. Bharadwaj. I'm CEO and Chief Doctor at Fidicus Homeopathy. Today we will discuss on one of the important topics related to autism or autism spectrum disorder, that is mitochondrial dysfunction in autism. So when you look into autism patient, okay, uh, pathology means what are the body changes, what are the changes that occur in the body of a child or the brain and nervous system of a child when he has autism. That is known as pathology. There are different pathologies or different biological basis for autism, like you can see here: mitochondrial dysfunction, neuronal migration errors, defective synapse, abnormal brain growth, structural differences, low vasopressin in cerebrospinal fluid, and also low oxytocin in cerebrospinal fluid. These are all the different pathologies, each subset of a patient. For example, if you take 100 kids, in some of the kids you may have mitochondrial dysfunction, in some of the kids you may have low oxytocin, you may have low vasopressin, in some of the kids you might have migration of neurons defective. So there are different pathologies, or autism is a spectrum in pathology also. Specifically, we are going to discuss on a subset of patients or a subset of kids who has mitochondrial dysfunction. Because of mitochondrial dysfunction, they are landing into autism. So one of the main body changes or defects in the body or the pathology or subset of people who has dysfunctional mitochondria. So we will look deep into it. What is mitochondria? What are the functions of mitochondria? And also what happens when the mitochondria is dysfunction? We will go deep into it. This is for the parents of the autism kids to understand. Your kid may have this defect in his body that is leading or causing him autism. So we will look deeply into it. Let's go to the now we look into autism spectrum disorder. In autism spectrum disorder, we will look into mitochondrial abnormalities. How mitochondria. Before we go on to that, let's understand what is mitochondria, what are the functions of mitochondria, why do we need mitochondria in our body, and what happens if the mitochondria is dysfunction. Let's look into this video. We are not a single part. We are made up of, everyone is made up of trillions of cells. These types of cells, some trillions of cells aggregate and form the human body. Here you notice in the center there is mitochondria. Mitochondria is central for every cell. So why do every cell need mitochondria? Mitochondria provides energy to the cell. Whatever the cell wants. See, there is a liver cell, there is a brain cell, there is a kidney cell, there is a reproductive cell. All the cells have to function in their own way. To function in their own way, every cell needs energy. Where do we get the energy from? We get the energy from food. So food goes into mitochondria. Mitochondria converts that food into energy, that is in the form of ATP. Mitochondria takes the food, whatever we eat the food, it goes to the cell, it goes inside the cell. After that, it goes into the mitochondria. In mitochondria makes the energy in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Then that ATP is used for all the functions of the body. For example, you need hormones to function. This mitochondria makes the sufficient energy for to make the hormones, or to make the whatever you want, hormones or enzymes, neurotransmitters, proteins, whatever you want for a cell to function, for a human being to function. That energy is provided by this small part within the cell known as mitochondria, and this mitochondrial function is very important for the cell. So we will look into it, how this mitochondria, you can see this mitochondria within the cell, it is moving, and mitochondria slowly takes the food. Okay, whatever the food you eat, it goes into this one is a single mitochondria. In mitochondria, you see all the red ones that are coming out, red dots that are coming out, right? So these red dots are ATP, means these are the energy particles. When you take fat or when you take carbohydrate, it first goes into this place. It is converted here into here we call it as glycolysis. Glycolysis takes place here. Once the glycolysis takes place, food particles move into mitochondria. Once they move into mitochondria, these food particles are used by the mitochondria and converted into energy. You can see that energy that is coming out in the form of ATP molecules is in the red dots. This how we made ATP. Okay, ATP is made from the food, and the important cellular organ that makes the ATP is mitochondria. So mitochondria is the most essential part of a human being. This is mitochondria. Okay, this is the inside structure of mitochondria. I don't think we need to go deep into it. Then we go to our slide. Okay? Here comes the mitochondria. In a autism kids, there are many reasons that can cause mitochondrial dysfunction. I have made a separate video on the causes for autism. So you can go to that video and watch it. So there are many reasons. Even autism is a spectrum with regards to causes. There are thousands of causes. I have classified those causes and described it. You can go into the video. So ATP is energy. ATP makes the energy. Okay. Mitochondria makes the ATP. ATP is the energy that produces in our body. Food is converted into A to B. We have just checked into it. So whenever the brain is developing, for example, you take the whole human body. For any part to function, you need energy. In the same way, for the brain to function, brain needs energy. Of all the parts in the body, you take head, legs, limbs, liver, kidney. Of all the parts in the body, brain requires more energy because it is thinking, it is working 24 hours, it is working. Even if you are sleeping, it is dreaming, right? So you need more energy for the brain than compared to any other organs. If that energy is defected, if the required energy for the brain is not given to the brain because of dysfunctional mitochondria, it goes into insult. Insult means it will have problems. Problems with what? In metabolism, it may have defective proteins, it may have wrong enzymes, it may have defective hormones, it may have neurotransmitters, false neurotransmitters. Their growth, body or brain growth is defective, health of the brain is defective, structure of the brain is defective, function of the brain is defective. These are all the insults. When there is dysfunctional mitochondria because of any of the reasons, then all these problems will lead into autism of a kid. One of the main causes and pathology for autism of a kid is mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondria is such important for some subset of autism people. So it is not for all the autism kids. Some subset, maybe if you take 100 autism kids, maybe 20 autism kids will have this mitochondrial defect. And now we will check how homeopathy can address this mitochondrial defect and how it can bring your child out of this defective mitochondria. We will look into it. Now coming to homeopathy. So homeopathy can prevent the mitochondrial dysfunctional mitochondria in the kids, and also if there is dysfunctional mitochondria, it also can cure it, and also if it is not able to cure completely, it can improve the mitochondria to the greater extent. All this can be done safely. What I mean by safe here is without any side effects and effectively. Compared to Ayurveda, Unani, Siddha, Allopathy, you take any other system of medicine, homeopathy is most effective with regards to autism. And homeopathy is timely. Timely means it works in time. It is not slow, it is not fast. It, whenever the things has to be done, it will do. It is timely. Okay, we will see all the changes in the or the improvement in the autism of a kid within 1 or 2 months when you go with homeopathy. See, here you have to remember spectrum of medicine. See, I have said you autism spectrum disorder. Autism is spectrum in every regard. For example, if you take the number of symptoms of autism, it's just C. There are thousands of symptoms. If you look into the causes of autism, there are thousands of causes. In the same way, if you look into the pathology of autism, no two kids will have same pathology. In the same way, homeopathy has 5,000 medicines. When you have different combinations or different potencies or different concentrations of the medicine, it is going up to 50,000 medicines. In front of a homeopathic doctor, there are 50,000 medicines available to treat a one kid. In that 50,000 of medicines, in that spectrum of medicines, based on the symptoms, on the pathology the your kid is having, we will select 1 or 2 medicines and give it to him, so that the medicine will be individualistic to him. If I get 10 autism kids, there are 10 different pathologies, 10 different reasons, 10 different symptoms. So we will give 10 different medicines for 10 different kids. What I mean to say is, in treating autism, homeopathic medicines are specifically given to your kid. If you give the same medicine to other kid, it will not work. Such specific are the medicines for autism to be given in your kid. Okay. Such is the importance of homeopathic treatment. Next, if your kid is autistic, you have two options. One is online treatment and in-person treatment. In online, you can have audio or video call, share the video of your kid, or you can show the kid to us, and whatever the reports you have done locally, you can share it with us. If any other reports are required, we will ask you to do. You can do it locally and send it back to us. We have multiple branches. You can inquire about the nearest branch and come for the treatment. How do you contact us? You can call us or you can WhatsApp us on +91 is the country code for India. 7997 101 303 is the phone number. or else you can contact us on www.fidicus.com or fidicus.com. What do you get at Fidicus Homeopathy? Why do you need to take, or what advantages you have on Fidicus Homeopathy? Coming to the doctors, coming to the treatment, and coming to the infrastructure we use. Coming to the doctors, all our doctors are passionate, qualified, knowledgeable, experienced, competent, and compassionate. This is the advantage of the doctors your child gets. And treatment, we use only high quality medicines, best in segment medicines. For example, there are different categories of medicines used for autism, so we will select the best pharmaceutical company in that particular category and we will source the medicine quality. And treatment quality is very important in case of autism. In coming to infrastructure, we use latest technology, and also we use artificial intelligence in selecting the medicine and in treating the kid. So you can say Fidicus Homeopathy is the first and only homeopathic uh, clinic which is using artificial intelligence. Why do you need Fidicus Homeopathy? Why do you opt for Fidicus Homeopathy? Because we have highest chance of health for autism. At Fidicus Homeopathy, you have the highest success compared to any other homeopathic doctor or homeopathic clinic. Here the treatment is transparent. We will put all the possible treatments and all the possible outcomes in front of you for your kid, and you may choose Fidicus Homeopathy, or you can choose not to take treatment at Fidicus Homeopathy. And the personal care is utmost important in the technology era. So we take all the care to have personal care or personal interaction with the doctor and the patient, and also staff and the patient. That's the reason consider Fidicus Homeopathy for autism. Thank you.